after that small intro, let's get into this thing. And damn, it's looking pretty damn cool here. This is the new Horseman Pack Machine of War vehicle. And let's go into what I can see on the build being new and what I overall think, and overall what I myself have heard about this pack. And actually quite a lot of info, so after rolling it just one more time, we're just gonna keep pausing the video at small pieces so we can actually look at the individual shots. So let's go start with the front, and let's go with the obvious. 6 twin steering wheels. I'm afraid that probably, knowing Gaijin and what they have done with the packs, only the front 2 will be steering and the rear 4 will be non-steering. I really hope it will have 4 steering and 2 non-steering, but I have a strong suspicion that only 2 will be steering. We got 2 Wasps, a Phoenix. We got the new cabin. We got a engine right in the front, so let's rotate it a little bit. You can see here we got the hot red engine, which is the zero energy engine. And if we count up the energy points so far, it is 8 on the Wasps plus 5 equals 13. So of course there is no 13 energy cabin in the game, and I highly doubt that this cabin will be like YOLO 13 energy. Because it has no real reason to be like that. It's probably gotta be your heavy cabin, so 11 energy, which would mean that there's either a hazardous or heavy generator hidden inside this ride. We are talking 3 epics here, so the hot red in front, the cabin, and the Phoenix gun. And numerous rares, so at least 6 on the wheels, 2 on the guns. And we got some, of course, we got some of the unique armor pieces. So this front piece is gonna be a unique piece of armor. The top here is going to be a unique piece of armor. I think this is going to be 1 armor skirt on each side, which will be 2 more. We got the exhausts, of course, and here you guys get another shot on the front. And we got some lights here, which are common decker parts. We got some steppables parts on the sides, which are nice high-level inclusions. And let's see if we can get a good shot on the rear. We got some rare decker items in the back. We got a Firestarter's plow. I think this here is right. This part here is also a new piece of armor. We got a rare single, like half of the twin wheel spare tire, which is really nice inclusion because in terms of cohesion with all the different parts, I quite like it. And again, I think this is gonna be a heavy cabin with 11 energy. And let's see, I got some other stuff here. The paint, at least translated from Russian. These are all Russian original names. It has the hot sand paint. It comes with an exclusive sticker, which is the thing right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it properly, but since I will be editing this video clip in the original, it should be a little bit higher quality. When you guys watch the initial part, just pause it and you can see it. That's the new sticker. The rare Gornillo is what for 2 pieces. I think those are actually gonna be these exhausts. It increased the part limit to 55, so this build is only using 55 parts. We're gonna actually look right here. This is actually a light frame by the looks of it, which is also pretty nice. It's better than I think a heavy frame. And there is noted that the composition of the kit and appearance of the machine may change before the patch actually drops. So of course this is a like teaser video, and it's not sure it will be in the game fully like this. It might be slightly different, etc. But this is supposedly gonna have 1500 in-game coins, and I'm gonna actually cut the clip right now and go to crossoutdb.com to check which pack also has roughly that amount of coins, so we can roughly see what the price of this pack is gonna be. Okay, so we got into CrossOutDB, and you can see actually right here the Corrida pack, which is of course 30 euros, comes with the 1500 coins. And if I'm not mistaken, it also comes with 3 epics and a number of rares. So I think this pack is actually gonna be 30 bucks. But it might be 35 or 40 bucks. Of course, the Frostburn is the one that recently got rotated out. But the Frostburn also has 3 epics, just like this pack, and a large number of rares. So it might actually be up to the price of a Frostburn pack. But the Frostburn pack came with more coins, there's 700 coins more. So I hope it's gonna be cheaper than the Frostburn pack. But of course, you're not ever fully sure. And that's basically, its price is gonna be somewhere between the Frostburn and the Corrida. Alright, let's go into the supposed leak stats of the cabin. And I got a Stepper Spider right here to slightly compare to it, because this cabin is gonna have to give something in return to really be effective. But let's first go into the dimensions. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 long. So just as long as the werewolf. And 2, 4, 6, 8 wide. But the top of this here looks more or less 6 wide. And this here also looks 6 wide. And then like this point right here actually maybe even looks 4 wide. So I think the 8 wide comes from the like parts that are sticking out. So I think you will not be able to build officially on the side of this cabin. And also the front of this cabin is also going to be hard to build with, like the front top here. Because the top here is straight, but this one is diagonal, so you're not going to be able to build on the top area here. Well, you can build on, of course, the front, the rear, and probably this area right here. But the entire nose and most of the side will not be buildable. So 11 energy only. I'm gonna go into the perk in a moment, but slightly more mass limit than a Stepper Spider, which comes in at 1600. So 850 is higher, but not as high as some of the other cabins. So actually, let's just go and quickly get myself a humpback as well. And on the humpback, you can see 20,000 kilograms of mass, but only 8,000 kilograms of tonnage. So you got the tonnage advantage here. So you can carry a lot of weight, and you don't need that many wheels compared to something like a humpback. So like that's a full 1,000 kilograms less tonnage on the humpback, but humpback has more mass. So if you're gonna go max mass on both of these, you're gonna need like 3,000 kilograms or something more tonnage on the humpback than you're gonna need on the cabin right here. The cabin's name supposedly is Echo, but it is translated from Russian, so I'm not sure whether that is correct. Again, 11 energy is pretty much what I expected for it being a heavy cabin. And let's check the power here. It's slightly less than top and slightly above half here on the maximum speed bars. But the Crossout DB doesn't have the extra SX stat card, so I can really not compare those. But as always, these power bars are kind of hard to look at because there are machine guns that have the maximum bar and damage and cannons that have the maximum bar and damage, so it really doesn't say that much. We're at 440 durability. Darn it. It should be less than the humpback, yes, and 445 on the Stepper Spider, so it is actually kind of low, which is kind of surprising how low the health is. The mass 3500, slightly heavier than the Stepper Spider. So that's another thing you have to consider, like it's a very heavy cabin and that is gonna cut off your mass. The perk here is very different than the supposed leaked perk. The leaked perk was basically this thing is gonna have the Stepper Spider perk, but for tracks instead of spider legs. But here we can see charge when enemies are within a 115 meter radius. Charge faster with more enemies nearby. When activated, it boosts the weapon reloading speed by 50%. So this is more like a favorite cabin, but it is for reloading weapons. But at the same time, it is not suited for a sniper role, because snipers generally want to stay further away from the enemy than the 115 meters, which is a big bummer. It's a really, really big bummer to me. This cabin may be really strong on like a triple Nidhogg build and like get 2 double shots off as a like big alpha strike, taking off enemy weapons instantly. That could be pretty strong, but the wording of this might be very different, like saying what the stats are, and darn it. It says when activated, it boosts weapon reloading speed by 50%. So it increases their speed of reloading. So let's say we have a gun that has 10 seconds of reload. And I'm gonna try to make some kind of infographic here. And for every 1 second, you reload 10%. So the reloading speed is 10% per second. If you increase it by 50%, that will become 15% per second. And that leads to about 6.67 seconds reload time instead of 10 seconds. So you are only reducing a third of the reloading speed instead of half. If it says it reduces weapon reloading time by 50%, then it's 15%, like 50% reduction. If you want a 50% reduction with the increased reloading speed, it would have to be a total 200%, so plus 100% instead of 50%, in order to actually get half the reloading time. So this will not instantly reload the guns, it will increase the speed. And I don't know if it's going to be an instant moment effect, or whether it is going to be a timed effect. So when you activate it, it is active for X amount of seconds or something. And that's going to be a really big difference. And is a growling echo of war, it says here. So I think it's actually going to be echo after all. Other than that, some other things I have heard. Now actually I will have to get yet another picture here, so I will have to cut again. And that picture is this picture. We got some more rear shots, and this is definitely a new armor part. So we got this part, we got the side skirts, and this is more of a cinematic shot, so it is way more of a high quality. And here we can also see the ammo and total health of the build. And first up, we're gonna see the we're gonna go over here first. The ammo is 21 on the Wasp, and I just actually looked it up, and the base ammo is 16, so it means that there is one small ammo pack on this craft by default. So that's another rare that is embedded into this build. Here you can see the ability, but then we see the entire background, and then we look here. This here is a speedometer, and this speedometer is a feature that has been asked for a really long time. And according to one of my sources, is that this pack will actually have 2 variations. So the base variation, the war pack, has the car, the decor, the paint stickers, the avatar, and some coins. But the war deluxe variant gets the new area right here, extra stickers, extra paints, and exclusive banner, and again, the new garage's test drive area is what is supposed to be. So when we saw this picture in my Discord group, one of the members pointed out that this looks really like a garage. And if you look at the area right here, it kind of looks like the test drive area. So I think this is actually got to be a new DLC for this game, where you can have a different test drive area from the normal test drive environment. And this is going to be a desert instead of the more normal variant. I do hope that you can switch them out, so you can test your car's performance in water conditions and normal conditions on the normal test drive, and in sand conditions on this variant. And I hope there will be ways to get this special test drive in the when you're not buying it. But I have no real clue what this is all about. We only got this one shot. I have no idea whether it is real, so take this with a big grain of salt. But again, it's a shot from an area that we haven't seen before. But the speedometer, the guy that gave me the info did not say the speedometer was included with the Linux pack, so I think the speedometer is coming for everyone. And this is actually something that I find really funny. So for my art races, we can actually just set a maximum km/h speed, and then you can build your craft, test drive it, and make sure if it never hits any speed above that maximum limit. So that's actually gonna make my art races easier. And that's something random off the side. But anyways, this pack is also supposed to be one of multiple packs coming in the future updates, because the horsemen, if you look at the history of the horsemen themselves, like the story of that, there are 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So since this is one of the horsemen, and this is the horseman of war basically, there are supposedly 3 more packs incoming. And if we go back to Crossout DB, go to the pack, and we just look at the packs that are old. We got the Inventor pack. That might become, we might get a new Inventor's pack variant, basically the big $70 pack. So that one is relatively old. Arachnophobia is getting old now, 55. Arsonist is getting old at 65. So those are 3 packs that are old and are possibly like getting replacements. And if they do get replacements, then again there are 3 old packs that haven't been replaced yet. I mean, the Tramp and everything, they have been replaced. We do have the Wasteland Warrior still. That is the Steam pack. We might actually get that one replaced. That would actually would make more sense than most of the other ones. I do hope that they will keep the Arachnophobia in store for now, because the cabin is expensive enough as is, and we don't want to make it even more hard to obtain and etc. So those are quite a lot of different pieces of information there, and I'm not sure how to feel about all the new packs, because there has been a slight lack of normal content compared to pack updates. Like, the Valentine update gave some normal stickers etc. to normal players, but the main selling point was of course the new Valentine pack. Then we had the graphical update, but with that came the decor parts for sale. And before that we had the Driver Corrida packs getting added, and then the Iron Shield, etc. etc. All the packs are just getting replacements again, and I'm not too sure how I feel about, again, having more stuff to buy in this game, because it is pretty expensive. Like, this pack is, again, it's got to be at least 30 euros, or 30 United States dollars, or 26.50 British pounds, or 2,000 rubles. That's gonna be the lowest price it's gonna be for. And the Frostburners, I think it was 40 US dollars. So you can, like, 30 is 2,000. You can do the math from here, but I'm not gonna do it. But you can really notice the differences there in prices compared to other games. But that's it. I'm actually starting to ramble now, so I think I actually have everything to say in this video is said. And I just want to say, please, if you like the video, give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Click the bell notification icon to not miss my videos. In the near future, I will be uploading a few more videos with hidden codes. So if you do click the bell notification icon, you're sure to get notified first, so I can search for those codes, and those are gonna be containing free stickers for you guys. So some nice goodies. And yeah, comment down below if you got what you guys think are gonna be the other 3 packs, and whatever else you guys think will be new, etc. And of course, what you guys think of the pack itself. That said, I hope that you guys enjoyed watching as always, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye guys!